Hey now, hey now. Anyways, I'm Patrick, your host. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. And today's reaction is going to be on someone named Nas Daily, one of his videos. I've heard that he's traveled to different places in the world, and this particular video, of course, as you see, the thumbnail and the title was when he did 8 days in the Philippines. Honestly, I have no idea who Nas Daily is. I suppose I don't really watch YouTube like that to see a lot of these different things, which I think is cool for myself and for you guys that are watching me watch these things for the first time. So with no further ado, let me go ahead and put on my headset so that we can get right on into this. And I'm going to press play.
So I'm traveling today to this country called the Philippines. And the country's tagline is, it's more fun in the Philippines.
Definitely more fun in the Philippines.
Fun. Boarding the plane, fun. Leaving the plane is even more fun.
Okay.
Getting your local SIM card is finally fun.
Welcome to the Philippines!
What does it mean,
Uber
finally?
to the hotel, welcome to the Philippines. Check in at your hotel.
Welcome to the Philippines!
Buying a McDonald's here is also fun.
Welcome to the Philippines!
Starbucks,
Welcome to the Philippines!
Subway,
Welcome to the Philippines!
a corporate job, still fun.
Welcome to the Philippines!
Interesting.
Traffic jams are also more fun in the Philippines if you're not in the car. It's so fun in the Philippines that if you go and ask random people to smile, they will smile back. Even security guards.
Smile. Welcome to the Philippines. Just 1 minute. See you tomorrow.
You would not walk up to somebody saying, smile.
I want to see if I can have food, water, shelter for the whole day for $0.00 here in Manila. I gave up my valuables, my drone, and my entire wallet and checked out of the hotel to hit the streets. It's a bad idea. I cannot take buses or taxis. I cannot eat out. But what I can do is rely on people's generosity. For water, I say I'm thirsty.
Thank you. I'm Muslim, I'm also Muslim, that's why the people is very thirsty, what's better to give?
For food, I say I lost my wallet and leave.
You ran after me.
Yes.
Why? I'm hungry.
So I'm just sharing my bread.
So basically he went around lying to folks.
Unbelievable.
But for shelter, this is a bit hard. I say I'm stranded. I ask 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people, and then I meet this guy.
What happened to you? I mean, it's a long story.
He takes me in, buys me food, offers me his home, gives me his bed, and doesn't even want to be filmed. There is still good in this world.
That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow.
Thank you. Money. I don't like spending it. That's why I like the Philippines. It's very cheap. A full day tour at this island will cost you 20 bucks and maybe $25 for this one. A haircut for $17 at Hong Kong. Here you can get it for $1. An Uber ride for 1 hour will cost you $3.
Welcome to the Philippines.
A romantic date for 2 will set you back $15. Now, you're not gonna go on a date, island hop, and get a haircut every single day. But what I think you might like to do is drink. It's so cheap in the Philippines that this bottle of rum costs $1.10.
I do not
For that
like
price, I can buy
it.
30 bottles to get the whole village drunk for the price of 2 cocktails in New York City.
Enjoy. No Infidor life for me.
And the best part is that while you drink your cheap drinks, you can make friends with locals because they all speak English in here.
Mabuhay from the islands of the Philippines.
These islands are gorgeous, but watching it from your phone, you will get bored after 5 seconds. So let me tell you what makes this place incredible. Above water, it's heaven on earth even when there is no sun. But it's not just what's above the water and on the water that's beautiful, it's also what's hiding underneath. You have the gazillion small fish that love you and the gigantic fish that does not give a damn about you. There is a Japanese shipwreck hiding right under your feet. And if salt water isn't really your style, There's always a lake hiding behind these rocks that'll take your breath away. That's why this place is incredible. That's 1 minute! See you tomorrow!
Wow.
If there's one mountain you can with, it's the Mayon volcano! She's standing in a perfect cone structure at 2,463 meters high,
I can't
which is
remember if I saw the
65%
Mayan
of her
volcano
sister
yet.
Mount Fuji in Japan, and 3 times that of Burj Khalifa in Dubai. But it's not her appearance and height that make her so majestic. It's her personality. Mayon is shy. She is so shy. She
Mayon?
hides
I
behind
thought
the
it was
clouds all
Maya.
the time.
But
In
whatever.
fact, some say her husbands are the clouds. And when you finally see her, she is beautiful. That's insane! She is angry. That tip of hers erupts every 3 to 5 years. That is deadly angry. But best of all, she is perfect. The most perfect human being nature has to offer. That's Mayon. That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow. For the past 5 days, I've only stayed in the richest parts of the Philippines. And so it's easy for me to believe that all of the Philippines looks like this. But it's not. Only 1 cab ride away from here, you arrive here, at the Trash Mountain, where people live in such extreme poverty that the air is unpleasant to smell. But this isn't just this area. 25% of the Philippines live under the poverty line. It's incredible that under the same city roof, you can lunch like this and dinner like this. Green stuff coming from the ground means it's beautiful nature. In this case, it means there's so much trash piled on top of each other that it formed a mountain where actual people live and plants started to grow.
I think it's more than 25%.
The country's tagline is, it's more fun in the Philippines, but I think a more appropriate one is, it's more fun in 75% of the Philippines.
1 minute, see you tomorrow!
I said it before and I'm gonna say it again, the Philippines is cheap, which means you don't need many dollars to come here and see this piece of beauty. But it also means you don't need many dollars to help those that need help. It's so cheap in here that we can buy this burger with meat and all for 20 cents. 20 cents. And for that price, you
burger
can buy
will
a 1,000
not be
piece
that
burger
tasty.
without breaking the bank. And in a place where people are so poor that trash forms an actual mountain, you can form an actual mountain of food for the price of 1 average hotel stay in New York City. And with that, you can feed up to 1,000 people. Yes, cheap prices mean better tourism, but it also means it's not that hard or expensive to help those in need. That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow! Yes! Hi, it's my last day in the islands of the Philippines. I'm sad, but here is everything that I like about this country. It's a country with more than 7,000 islands, which means this and this and this exist here. This volcano and this volcano also exist here. The prices, they are so cheap you can get a whole village drunk or another poor village fed without breaking the bank. But reality is, in some parts, poverty is so extreme, people live on top of a trash mountain or at a graveyard with the dead. But you can Google all of the above. What you cannot Google, however, are the people. They will be generous, they will feed you, and they will host you without knowing you. They will build good startups, and they will party like crazy. But best of all, they will be your friend. Real friend. The country's tagline is, it's more fun in the Philippines. But I don't like that. A better term is, there's more love in the Philippines.
Bye-bye, Nas!
That's 1 minute.
See you tomorrow! Yes! Thank you!
All right, that was 8.5 minutes. So let's see what I can recall and what I can point out and agree or disagree on from this. First of all, I will say whoever this guy is, everyone's experience is different. I've been in the Philippines for quite some time, and a lot of the things that he mentioned yes, the country is definitely beautiful. There's definitely poverty. He said that there was about 25% of people live below the poverty line. I'm not really sure where he got those numbers from, and they could or could not be true. However, just from the things that I noticed, I feel like those numbers are probably higher than that. However, he turned around and said that it was 75% is more fun in 75% of the Philippines. I totally disagree. It's more fun in 100% of the Philippines, and the reason why is because of the people. Because I've seen, so just as he has, a lot of the really nice areas and a lot of the really poor areas, and one thing I can say, it is fun everywhere. It is fun everywhere, and that was one of the great things that changed my life when I came to the Philippines, to realize that people can live below poverty line, and guess what, they are still having fun. Just because you may come from a country that has a first world country, or whatever you want to call it, and you think that not living nice is whatever you think it is, that doesn't mean that somebody living less than that is not having fun. Okay, I just don't agree with that, and I'm sorry if I seem to be a little passionate about that, but yeah, that was one of the biggest things that I love about the Philippines, is just the fact that you can live in the highest, nicest areas, and you can also go into the lowest of the whatever you consider is the lowest areas, and you can still have fun. You can still see people smiling. You can still see people, because guess what? People in the nicest areas, people in the middle class, people in what they call the lower class, all of those people have problems. They all do. We all have problems. We all have things we're not happy about. We all have our life's challenges. Okay, so that's why I say don't focus on the fact that somebody doesn't have something and therefore it's only fun in the other 75% of the Philippines, because it is not. So what, and while I'm on that, it makes me think, so what did he think about giving to those 25% of the people that he fed, 1,000 people or however many people that he fed? Did he think that they were not having fun, so I must feed them? Or whatever. I mean, doing something charitable is great. Okay, and I didn't even know I was going to go into all of this, but doing something charitable is great. However, possibly looking down on them, and I'm not trying to say that that's what he is doing, but this is just where the video led me. Okay, if you're looking down on the people, I just don't really agree with that. To say, and I only can say that because he took the moment to even say that there was 25% of the people living below the poverty line. So therefore, it's more fun in the other 75% of the Philippines, and that took me somewhere. Okay, now let me try to get on to something else. The Emperador Light. I do not like Emperador Light. I have had it, and I had it for a while until I made myself have to graduate from that. It's definitely an affordable drink, and definitely a lot of people drink it here. However, I don't think it's for me. I will just say that I don't necessarily like the taste of it, and I just don't like the after effects and all of that. Just not for me. In the beginning, going to the people, smile. I mean, I don't know if that's a genuine reaction that you would get from someone after you've approached them saying smile, whether they're in the Philippines or any other part of the world. Yes, there are happy people here in the Philippines and all of that, but when you show me all of these shots of different people in McDonald's and all of this stuff that you've gathered together to say, hey, Philippines is great. Yes, I'm sure you could have found and paid people to do that probably from anywhere in the world, especially if you are such a huge influencer or anything like that. You can throw your name around. Oh, hey, look, this is what I do. You want to be on my video? Then people will be like, yeah, sure. You know what I'm saying? So not saying that those people were not genuine people, because you can probably find that in a lot of places of the world. Just something that I thought about. I'm gonna leave it there because I don't want to sound like or seem like I'm being a hater. Because shout out, I mean, big kudos to that guy, you know, for being able to do that, to travel the world and all of that. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go into one more thing. So if you're still here, I'm going into one more thing. I didn't necessarily like the idea of going to people and like you gonna put your money away in a third world country, go up to people and claim that you have no money. To me, it's basically lying. I know people like to do certain things in the name of social experiments and things like that. However, in a third world country, I just don't really agree with that. I've seen other YouTubers that go into third world countries and then they try to bargain their way down to the lowest price that they can spend for things, knowing that these people, you know, yes, they may be very giving and they may be very welcoming and loving and accommodating people, but in a way it feels to me almost like you're taking advantage when you're going, hey, I want some water, hey, I want some food, I don't have any money, just to see if they're gonna give it to you. I ain't really like that too much. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section what things that you may have noticed or agreed or disagreed. Whether you agree or disagree with me, let's do it agreeably. Okay. You can follow our Instagram. The link is in the description section. And I think I might need to shut my mouth right about now, right? So I want to see what you have to say. Until next time, peace.